Every night, Amina sat in her small shop, sewing clothes under a 1 week bulb. The generator had packed up weeks ago and there was no light, but she was still working. Her eyes were tired, her stomach was empty, but her spirit unbroken. Because every stitch she made carried one dream, a dream to make it to be somebody, to turn her small shop into something big. Sometimes she would stop and just look around, torn fabrics, unpaid bills, rent notice on the wall, and she would sigh. But still she continued, because in that little shop, dreams and reality were always fighting, every single night. Then one evening, everything crashed. Her sewing machine, the only thing keeping her dream alive, broke down. She sat there in silence, watching it, like she just lost her best friend. Customers started shouting, orders were delayed, her rent was due, and that night, for the first time, she said to herself, maybe this dream no be for me. But as she sat there, she remembered something her mother used to say: if you can't fly, walk. If you can't walk, crawl, but just don't stop. So Amina wiped her tears, borrowed a small needle and thread, and kept sewing, one stitch at a time, one day at a time. She sewed even when her hands hurt. She smiled at customers even when her heart was breaking. And every night she whispered a prayer: God, please don't let this hustle be in vain. Then one afternoon, a stranger entered her shop. She smiled and said, wow, who made this gown? Amina smiled shyly. Na me, she said. Then the stranger asked to take a picture. She didn't think much of it. She even laughed, thinking, now who this one want snap cloth? But by the next morning, her phone no gree rest. Calls, messages, notifications. Her gown was everywhere online. That stranger turned out to be an influencer and a celebrity. Her design was trending. Orders started rolling in from Lagos, Abuja. Even the same people who shouted at her before now beg her to sew for them. Today, that same girl owns her own fashion brand. Her name appears in magazines. But behind every spotlight was a night of darkness. Behind every success, there was a struggle no one saw. She didn't win because of luck. She won because she refused to quit. Because even when life pressed her down, she still found strength to crawl. Listen, the night you want to quit might just be the night before your breakthrough. Keep going. Your story isn't over yet. This is Boomsticks, where everyday stories become strength.